I just want to offer a few comments because I think in the commentary provided thus far on this bill and also the rich discussion that was had in the GAE committee, I think there is general agreement of the problem before us, which is that in our state of Connecticut and across the country, we have seen an immense loss of local news coverage. And that doesn't just impact what we might know about our daily goings-on in our local community, but it actually is shown from research to affect the strength of our democracy, to limit the accountability that we often even have as elected officials. And it really is a problem when you look at that across the country in 2023, we've been losing newspapers at 2 a week. And I think that the heart of this bill and the heart of this discussion is meant to acknowledge that as a state, we can have a creative and thoughtful approach about how we are using our own state advertising dollars. And this bill, without spending any more resources, seeks to have the consideration of our state agencies spend at least 15% of their advertising budgets with our locally owned press, which I do think, given what we've seen in passage of similar legislation in New York City and Chicago, can put Connecticut on a track to supporting so many of these local press outlets that really seek to provide so much beneficial information to us, to our constituents, and to offer that ability for folks to truly engage in their democracy. I want to fully acknowledge the leadership of both Representative Morin-Bello, who is bringing out the bill as vice chair of the GA committee, and Representative Blumenthal on the GA committee for their partnership on this bill. And I also want to acknowledge how meaningful this would be for us as a state. I shared that both New York and Chicago have stepped forward to promote this type of creative approach to buy local, but Connecticut would be the first state in the nation to pursue this legislation statewide. So I certainly hope my colleagues will see this as a beneficial approach to addressing this issue that is at the heart of our loss of local press, and I urge passage. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.